Good afternoon to my Israel Brief community. You know, guys, I feel like we are family. We are going through a war together. We've been through a pandemic together. We've been through so much together. We're not just news buddies. It feels like we are a community, a family. So welcome to the Israel Brief, where you join me every Monday to Thursday for your top stories making headlines in Israel. As always, we are brought to you by Lay of the Land. And if you don't know who I am by now, I'm Rania Marks. I'm a journalist, I'm a broadcaster, and most of all, I'm here to bring you your top stories. It is day 159 since the start of Israel's war with Hamas. So let's take a look at those top stories, and we begin with news that Itai Chen, one of those presumed to be a hostage, has been confirmed killed by Hamas on the 7th of October, his body taken inside the Gaza Strip. Israel counts all of those who were murdered on the 7th of October and their bodies taken into the Gaza Strip or have been murdered in captivity as hostages. What is just absolutely shattering is Chen was a dual American-Israeli citizen, and his parents just last week were at the State of the Union address by President Biden. And when they spoke in their various television appearances, they spoke about visualizing him coming home, seeing him coming home, getting that call that says, your son is on his way home. He was declared dead by a military rabbinate after gathering a significant amount of intelligence. And our thoughts, our prayers, our hearts are with his family and the families of all who have lost loved ones in the atrocities of the 7th of October, and of course those that are anxiously awaiting their loved ones held in captivity in the Gaza Strip. Bring them home now. You will see many of us in Israel wearing this. It says, Halev shelanu shavui ba'aza, our hearts are captive in Gaza. Bring them home now. 2 were hurt earlier today in a terror attack at the entrance to the city of Jerusalem. The terrorist responsible was neutralized. The 2 victims were taken to nearby Shaarei Tzedek Hospital. It is Ramadan. It is the 3rd day of Ramadan, and it's always a tense time here in Israel as tensions flare and as violence over the last years has significantly increased during the Muslim holy festival of Ramadan. Of course, all eyes will be on the Temple Mount on Friday to see if prayers go without incident. There has been a lot of criticism leveled at Israel with regards to humanitarian aid. And as I say every single day, Israel has said that there is no cap to the amount of humanitarian aid that we are letting inside the Gaza Strip. For several weeks now, there have been aid drops via the air. Jordan, France, the Netherlands, Germany, the UK, the US, various countries are dropping aid in coordination with the IDF. Trucks are going through. Trucks continue to go through. If you follow COGAT, that's COGAT. If you just Google COGAT online, you will find their website. They give you daily updates as to how much aid is going inside the Gaza Strip. And yesterday we brought you that story of aid sailing from Nicosia port in Cyprus to the Gaza Strip. So the aid is getting in. It's what happens once the aid is in. Now, one of the biggest problems is that it is hijacked by Hamas. So last night, the IDF tried a new pilot program. They entered, or at least 6 trucks, as part of the World Food Organization, which is a part of the United Nations, entered the 96th gate at the security fence into the strip and entered in a way so as not to draw the attention of Hamas in order to be hijacked. Israel is absolutely committed to ensuring that civilians in Gaza get humanitarian aid. Our war is not with the people of Gaza. Our war is with Hamas, an internationally recognized terror entity that committed the atrocities of the 7th of October. I think every sovereign state would defend its citizens if attacked in a mass attack the same as we were. Staying with the media, last night, CNN's Christiana Mampour, certainly no friend of Israel, interviewed Her Majesty Queen Rania of Jordan. I think this is for the second time, and she doubled down on her criticism and her attacks on Israel. She said that Israel might have experienced October the 7th, but Palestinians have experienced 156 October the 7th. I wonder if she can give us exact examples of people being burnt, raped, mutilated, murdered, and taken hostage inside the Gaza Strip. And she also doubled down on her attacks on Israel, saying that Israel was denying civilians in Gaza food, aid, water, and fuel. She must have missed the airdrops that have been coordinated with her own government. Staying with powerful ladies, the Foreign Minister of Canada, Melanie Joly, is on a tour of the Middle East. She is set to visit Kuwait, Jordan, Egypt, and right now she is visiting Israel and the disputed territories. She was in Kfar Aza yesterday, meeting with families. She reiterated that Canada condemned the atrocities of the 7th of October, called for the immediate release of the hostages, said Israel has a right to exist and defend herself. She pledged $1 million. She said, we believe all Israeli women pledged $1 million to efforts to investigate crimes against humanity of a sexual nature committed on the 7th of October, and has instructed the Royal Canadian Mounted Police to assist. And today she visited the West Bank. She has also pledged $1 million to organizations in the West Bank who are dealing with gender-based violence. And this comes at a time where Canada has renewed their funding for UNRWA. And today it was announced that the United States may make their freeze of funding of UNRWA a permanent decision. And finally, we have to give kudos to Adidas, or Adidas, however you want to pronounce them, tomato, Adidas. They have pledged $150 million from the sales of Yeezy sports shoes by the artist formerly known as Kanye West, or currently known as Ye. I call him Yadolf due to his repugnant anti-Semitic comments. They say that they have over €1 billion worth of Yeezy shoes and paraphernalia in warehouses, and will start selling it off in batches, and the money will go to fighting anti-Semitism and other forms of hate. They have pledged to donate their monies to the Anti-Defamation League and the Philanese and Keita Floyd organization, which combats racism. Philanese Floyd was the sister of George Floyd. And that brings me to the end of today's edition of the Israel Brief. You guys know what to do. Check out our website at www.layoftheland.online. We are right here on YouTube at the Israel Brief. Please like, share, subscribe, and invite your friends too as well. We are on Facebook at Lottel's site and on X at Lay of the Land 5. Thank you for keeping me company today, guys. Take care of yourselves and each other. I'm Rolie Marks. This is the Israel Brief, and I will be back with you again tomorrow. Bye for now.